That's what I'm talking about.
Hello, all you beautiful freaks and geeks. Salute, Squiggly Army. That voice in your head is OriginalYank, welcoming you to Cooking with Yankster. I hear a voice. I think it might be in the music. Squigglies, listen, we're back in the kitchen. And this evening I actually have a bake-off. Not a bake-off, I have a cook-off. Because I want us to talk about something tonight. Squigglies, I want us to talk about something tonight. Okay? You got your thongs on, which is good news. Hey, Anchor Charger, welcome to the stream. Back from night shift. Vacation was good. Weather's been a bit of a bugger. It's so strange to think, Anchor Charger, that you've spent Christmas in the middle of the summer. Because you know where we all are. You know it, es super. And I'm all ears upon this fine eve, es super. It's so weird to think that you've spent Christmas in the middle of the summer. I think that's very odd in my brain. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Squigglies, I have to tell you about something that's going to happen tonight. It's very important. The stream might not be, it's not going to be super long, but it's going to be a bit of a doozy because I'm going to do something that I've never done before. Okay? Here's the thing. Is everybody ready? Is everybody listening? If you listen, you need to be, okay? Even YouTube, I see you and I feel you. Perk up your ears and listen because something really important is about to happen. All right? Here we go. You go to the store and you buy a frying pan. And you get a non-stick frying pan. Thank you, Esfupa. You're all ears, just like Grogu. Baby Yoda. Okay? This is the reason I wore him. Good job. And you buy a frying pan and it's non-stick. You buy a non-stick pan and it has that coating on it. And you can't use metal utensils in there because if you use metal utensils up in there, it's going to scratch off the coating. It's going to come off and it's not good for you. All right. Then you might think, well, let's Gordon Ramsay, the chef. He's a chef. He's a professional guy. Everybody knows about Gordon Ramsay. He's got that hex-clad thing. Super expensive pans. Pots that have like a mix between kind of hexagonal-shaped, diamond-shaped stainless steel stuff with a little bit of non-stick stuff down in the thing, and then you put the egg on the pan, and then it cooks, and you just flip it with no oil or anything. They're bloody expensive. It's bloody expensive. So you're stuck between doing what you always did and knowing what you know. I'm just going to buy non-stick pans or buying expensive pans, right? This evening, we're going to challenge that notion. Okay, my friends? Because my eyes have been opened. Quite recently, my eyes have been opened to the fact that, holy smokes, I've been wasting my time on non-stick my whole life. And I'll prove it to you. This is a non-stick pan. Look at that. I've had this pan for, I want to say maybe 7 or 8 years. Look at it. It's shot. It's shot. It's supposed to be non-stick, but it looks rusty. That can't be good for me. Sticking this in my body. Right? I can put it down here. This is the other camera, by the way. You can see that? That's a live thing. Right there? Yeah. I'm going to switch the views around later. But here it is. Look. It's all squiggly. It's awful. I don't want this in my body. I don't. So I have 3 contenders this evening. I'm going to bake out. I'm going to show you all, first of all, I'm going to tell you all what I made, what I baked. And then I'm going to say at nå, sånn som jeg sa på TV før, nå har vi juksa litt. I have some dough in the oven that's ready. I'm going to roll it out, trill it out, make some flatbreads. And we're going to cook them on 3 different frying pans. And we're going to check. And one of the frying pans I've actually never cooked a flatbread on before at all, period. So 2 of them I know how to cook on, but the last one, I don't know. But the last one is the most interesting one. And I hope y'all stick around and hang with me this evening because it's going to be a bit of a doozy. It's going to be interesting. We're going to learn something together tonight, Squiggly Army. We're going to sever our ties with big non-stick, like Big Pharma, not big non-stick. And we're going to move on and evolve, all of us collectively, into the realm of not cooking with non-stick. Okay, that's my goal for this evening, and I hope you stick around, and I hope you all hang out with me. Remember, I can see your chats. I'm speaking mostly to YouTube because Twitch is very used to the chat thing. I can see your chats, I can hear your chats, and I can feel you. All right, and this is not a vertical stream anymore. YouTube is landscape, so that means the brain rot has not reached you yet. So hang with us, take it easy. If you feel alone and it's a little squiggly for you, hop over on Twitch. There's more people over there. There's like kind of a squiggly army over there doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So that's all I have to say about YouTube. Let's get started. There's nothing more. Why are we even talking anymore about this? Let's get into the thing. All right, so here's the thing, squigglies. Støpejern, Alex. I don't have one yet. Yet. I say yet. Did you hear me say yet? I don't have one yet. Now, I'm up here in the corner. Y'all see me? This is me in the corner like they sing in the REM song. Here's the thing. Here's the table with all the stuff on it. I'm going to try to be as professional as I possibly can. If you want to see more of this shit, you got to email NRK. Du må skrive til NRK. Du må si, han har maten her. Han må lage seg et program på TV som handler om å lage mat. And I'll take it from there. But if you want this stuff to happen on a big screen TV, and this, I just thought of this right now. Just have them pick it. I don't have to press all the buttons myself and make all the camera things myself. I'll have somebody else do that. I'll have somebody else edit the thing, and then y'all can watch it. That'd be great if you want to see more of that. Salut. Okay. Støpejern. Alex, we all know that støpejern, by the way, in English is cast iron. We know that cast iron is going to last forever. You get a cast iron pot or pan, it's going to last you 3 generations at least. At least. Okay? But I want to show you all something. First, here's the piece of junk that I'm going to be cooking the first flatbread on. When I'm done rolling them out, this is what it's going to look like. Look at that. It's all shot. It's in a bad state. The second pan I'm going to be cooking on this evening is this kind of cool, sleek-looking little sucker right here. Now this, my friends, right here, is carbon steel. Now, this can be prohibitively expensive. I'm going to be honest with you. All right? Do y'all remember last stream when Oscar hopped in and hooked us up with like tons of subs? That's going to all go to the Squiggly Army servers and stuff. I'm a broke guy. I don't have money to spend on this. This was a gift. This was gifted to me. Now, carbon steel is cool because this is actually how it's supposed to look. The more you use it and the better it gets, the more it gets this beautiful coloring on it. So this is carbon steel. And then the third one I'm going to show you at the end of the stream. So stick around because you're going to see something crazy. I'm not going to even show you the third one yet. I'm going to take our buddy dough out of the oven and we're going to look at it. And then I'm going to show you how to make that, mix that sucker up. And then we're going to roll it out. It's going to be trillan ut. Oi, 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 oi. Look at that plump baby right there, squigglies. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna try and explain to y'all what's happening here. Okay, this is what's gonna be flatbread dough. And flatbread and flatbrød er ikke det samme, Ingolf. Nå må dere spise ørene godt, Ingolf. They're not the same thing. Flatbread is an actual piece of bread that you cook on the pan or in the whatever that's flat. It's kind of like a pita. Pitabrød, da er vi enige. Pita bread and pitabrød, same thing. But flatbread and flatbrød are not the same. Flatbrød, crispy, kneckety crunch. Flatbread is soft and tasty and amazing. And I actually made a batch yesterday, but I already threw it in the freezer. So I'm going to have to cook these live for you, and then I'll show you how they turn out because they come out really good, and they're not really that hard to make. There's many different ways to make these flatbreads. Let me just say that right away. Some people use natron or baking soda. Some people make them even quicker. Some people use just white flour, right? Mjukbrød, det ikke lefse. Well, it could be. It could be, Alex. You're not wrong, because lefse can be many different things. Lefse can be this. And look, take a good look, especially Anchor Charger, who's on the other side of the world. Dette er Vestlandslefse. This is more like a snack, sweet cake kind of bread. Lefse. But there are also other kinds of lefse. Det er grove lefse, det er alt mulig slags lefse. But it is definitely closer to a lefse than it is to flatbrød. So you're not wrong. Alex, you're not wrong. I'm going to do something. This might be stupid or this might be ingenious. Y'all got to tell me at the end, okay? I'm going to move our buddy Doe, which we got to name. Aw. I don't know. What should we name her? I feel Mothra is a good one, but nobody knows the reference for Mothra. Mothra, I feel, is a good name. But think about what we can call this Doe while I do something else that I think may be stupid or may be clever. Because dette er grunnen. This is why you have to email NRK og si at denne mannen her må ha en produsent. Han må ha regi. I need somebody to get my shit together. Okay? I'm going to write down the recipe on this paper. I'm going to flip it so you can see it. Well, flip it in a clever way so you can see it. I'm going to show it to you. There's no link in the description. There's no, you know, something. Wait a minute. Oh. Alex, you just got to check that one. I can't see it from here because I don't have the Twitch chat up. Yeah, because there's... So, I'm sorry. I was talking about something. I'm going to flip this. There's no link in the description. There's no check my social medias. All my social medias. I'm going to write it down on a piece of paper like the old people did in the old days. All right? And I'm going to put it in front of you right here. And then I want you to screenshot it like they did in the early 1900s. So you have the recipe if you need it. Okay? Because I'm not going to make another batch. Here's the reason why I'm not going to make another batch. Oh, Automod is like, nope. Sorry about that. Esupa, can you rephrase? Because Automod is acting weird this evening. I'm going to take out a rubber hose and beat the Bobbot. But I think you wrote something that the Automod didn't like. Rephrase it in some sort of clever way. Esupa, what you mean? Anyway. It's good that we have Automod because you never know. Maybe somebody, let's say Squiggles. Now, this is neither here nor there. But let's say somebody has their YouTube on. And their kid, little guy, just a little guy, is on the couch and they're watching. And all of a sudden this stream pops up and they click on it because they're interested in frying pans. Don't ask me why an 8-year-old would be interested in frying pans. But maybe they are, right? Good thing we have Automod to help life, to help the things, right? I don't know. I'm talking out of my bunghole, Squigglies. Okay. So I'm going to try to write this in a clever way. You need 200 grams of TPO flour. Now you can make this once. See me disappear out of this thing and come back. You can make this with whatever you have. I mean, you have whatever flour you have is the flour you're going to use. But this is what I used, okay? Because lite aber about flour, Squigglies. Flour, okay, is a pain in the butt. To me. Bakers, somebody who's out there watching this and you're like, I'm a professional baker, and they're swirling their glass of cognac. You know, and you have it together, and that's fine. But to me, flour is a pain in the ass. Pardon my French. I'm actually using a couple of words because I'm in the kitchen, and when Yankster's in the kitchen, sometimes he uses some words. It's a pain, and I'm going to tell you why. Because mjøl, kveitemjøl, is one thing. Fin malt, some malt is not the same as fin malt, right? Something, the name for the bread, flat, something, McBread. Something like that, I guess. I'm interested in this. I would like us to try to decode this, Esupa, because we just work around the babat. The name for the bread, which is flatbread. Something flat bread. Something MC. Minecraft bread? Minecraft bread? Are you talking about Minecraft bread? Hey, Herr Optimus, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, my friend. We're trying to decode a message that Esupa sent that the Automod did something strange with, and we're trying to figure out what the Automodded. So are you saying Minecraft bread? The name for the bread, which is flat, something like Mac. Okay, McBread, MacBread, McBread. Mjukbrød. Soft bread. Something soft bread. McBread. Okay. There you go. McBread. Why did AutoMod moderate out McBread? Yes, and I think I know what you're talking about. And correct me if I'm wrong, Super. But you know how they make, you know, like, not wraps, but flatbreads with, like, you know, the thing in them, like that? It's something like that. If I know what you're talking about, then I think we agree. It's the folded thing. The bread that they fold in the McBread thing. Oh, this is a pain. Okay, so listen. 200 grams. Not 20, 200 grams. Chat among yourselves about McBread while I write this down. Sorry for knocking the mic, sweeties. $200 grams of tipo flour. 50 grams of spelt flour. Sikta spelt. And this is because it's what I had. Literally what I had left. Okay, 50 grams. Then you want 250 grams of sikta hvetemjöl. And finally, you want 5 grams of salt. All right? So here's your dry. Don't screenshot it yet. I'm just going to show you all what I'm talking about. This is 200 grams of tipo nil flour. Now you can also use tipo double nil, but this is, like I said, this is what I had in the pantry. The point is you need 500 grams of flour altogether. All right? But this is 200 grams of tipo, 50 grams of sikta spelt, which is spelt flour, fine spelt flour, and then sikta hvetemjöl, 250 gram, and then 5 grams of salt. Now that's your dry ingredients. You're going to mix that together. You're going to mix it together like it's New Year's Eve. All right? You make sure that's nice and mixed and incorporated. All the dry ingredients have to be incorporated. And then what you need, now you set this up right here, squigglies. Now, de lærde strides, okay, on the following. They say instant yeast in America is not necessarily the same thing as tørrgjær in Norge. Tørrgjær in Norge, they put that in the actual dry mixture. I don't adhere to that standard because I just can't. I feel that I must stick it to the man. I feel that I must not be a part of that society. And I always, always, always put my flour in the wet ingredients. Even though tørrgjær skal oppi det tørre. Don't worry about it. It's going to come out great. Look at our buddy here. Mothra. Okay? It's going to be fine. And I also think it's going to come out better. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, you want 300 grams of water. And I'm going to write vatten, fordi Ingolf. Sant? And then you want 5 grams of sugar. I just lost a piece of lead from my pencil. I got to find that before I start baking out the flatbreads, so I don't die when I eat them. And then 4 grams, just 4 little grams. Don't take a whole packet. Don't take a whole packet. Ikke ta en hel pakke med jær og hiv det oppi dritet. That's why people have belly issues here in Norway, okay? They use too much yeast in this country because you want it to rise quick, right? And pakke tørrgjær, dump it in with the dry ingredients. You mix the wet ingredients in there. It sits on the counter for 45 minutes, and it looks like a carnival in Rio de Janeiro in 45 minutes. It rises fast, but here's the thing. All the yeast isn't done working. The dough hasn't grown strength. So you're eating yeast that's not done eating. You're eating something that's not done eating. It's no good. Use less yeast, more time. All right? Blyant poisoning. Yeah, it might happen. It is what it is. Now, y'all ready to screenshot, squigglies? There's your ingredients right there. Screenshot that sucker right there, squigglies. Okay? And it says vatten, och det står socker, och det står törja. Water, sugar, and törja, dry yeast. Okay? You're going to take this 300 grams of water, you're going to add 5 grams of sugar, and you're going to add 4 grams of dry yeast, and then you're going to mix it. Mix it up really good until it's all nice and incorporated in a beautiful milky consistency. All right? You're going to let that sit over to the side while you mix your dry ingredients, which is your tipo, your spelt, and your flour, and your wheat flour, and your salt. Mix it up nice. Let it sit for a minute. Then you dump all of that yeasty beautifulness into the dry mixture, and you mix it. And when it starts coming together, let me just warn you, when it starts coming together, it's going to be a little squiggly. It's going to be a little squiggly, all right? It's going to be a little bit squiggly. It's going to be a little dry. It might be a little wet, but you just keep mixing. Keep mixing and mixing and mixing, because you got to let that gluten develop, okay? So you keep mixing until it starts kind of dropping the bowl a little bit and coming together as a nice little doughy ball. And that's when you start kneading. Then you knead it and knead it and knead it and work it for a good 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. Then you'll see it start turning into a dough. And that's when the beauty happens. You roll it into a nice tight ball, drop it into the bottom of your bowl, and then you cover it with plastic wrap. Or, you know, if you're environmentally conscious, more so than I right now at this time, because I just realized I'm using a lot of plastic wrap. Cover it, put it in the oven with just the light on. Just the light on in the oven. The only reason now, I'm telling you, is no temperature in the oven at all. Just put the light on. The reason why is because it gives you a consistent temperature over time. Okay? I'll make bread with the sourdough and I'll jam it down on the floor in the bathroom because it's warm. And I'll let that sit there. But then I'm working it, I'm folding it, I'm doing all kinds of weird bread things to it. You want the dough to just sit. Just put it in the oven with the light on, leave it there for 2 hours, and it'll become beautiful. Like this. See that? And then it comes out, and we're at the point where we're at right now. We're going to bake this sucker out, and we're going to start cooking up some flatbreads, and that's when we're going to test out our pans. Okay, squigglies? Let's get some flour. Down. Lots of flour. Don't be afraid of it. Get your hands in it. Do your thing. All right, let's do it. I do wish I had a spatula, which I do have a spatula. I don't know why I'm wishing for one, because I have one. Now, it's going to look a little weird because of the framing, but it is what it is. Okay, now I left this out a little too long, so it's a little dry on top, so I'm going to knock it out of the bowl and see if I can fix my issue here. All right. She's out. Look at this beautiful, beautiful dough. Beautiful, glorious piece of dough. Pinch it. It's a little rough, a little hard, a little rough around the edges, but that's fine. We'll get there. All right, we don't actually need this much flour. Let's get rid of some. We don't need that much flour right now because I left it out while I was talking, so the top of it is actually quite dry, which is fine. Becomes a little rustic. Okay, so du lagar en liten pölse. Now I want to cut this into 6 pieces. All right, I just made a batch earlier. You can make 9, but you have to roll them out. Jag nu har joxat lite. That's exactly what happened. Now, I made a batch earlier, then I actually rolled out 9, but they come out a little thin. So you want to put together 6 nice ones. Now what I'll do is put this sucker, fold. Now, since it's such a solid, strong dough, actually so strong that I'm a little worried. No, I'm not worried, because we're many things in the Squiggly Army. One thing we're not is we're not worried. I'm a little concerned, if you will, that we're not going to get, we're not going to be able to roll them out properly. But let's try, because it's got a lot of strength, this dough does. A lot of strength. And the temperature has a lot to say as well. It's a little cold in here, too. Okay, so let's say we make a little S shape. Let me push it a little closer to the camera so you can see. Make a little S shape out of this sucker, and then we're going to chop. That's 1. That's 2. And that gives us 3 pieces that are roughly the same size-ish. You see how they're roughly the same size-ish? I don't know why I'm saying ish. Let me pull this up a little bit so you can see more. And then I'm going to take these 3 pieces. I'm going to cut them in half again. Boom. Don't worry about it. Don't be precious about it. Sometimes when I do this, when I like big bread and stuff, I'll weigh the bread. Rundstykker, rolls. I'll weigh them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just fold these over like this. See how I'm just folding them over like that? And we're just going to go like this. Boom. Look at that. Tight little ball. Beautiful. Beautiful tight little ball. I'm going to do it with the rest. Bam. I'm going to actually take the flour side up. I'm going to use the flour side up. Watch me roll this out. Why is there no more music? I need music. Bring my life home. Anything good to listen to? Let's see. How does Demon sound? Let's see what kind of music Harris Heller gives us with Demon. Oh, that's nice. I like that. And you know, it's got lyrics. I love you, Harris Heller, but I can't have lyrics right now because I'm talking. All right, let's try electric. Harris Heller, stream beats, friends. The Stream Doctor on YouTube. Oh, this sucker ripped. Let's just ignore that rip and then keep working it. Keep working it. Oop, this sucker might be a little dry for us, but it'll be okay. As soon as I get these rolled out, I'm actually gonna cover them because this is a very strong dough. A little dry. I think I used not enough water. It's okay. Make little balls. See how we made little balls? Beautiful. Because when the dough is as hard as it is here, this is a good bagel dough. Honestly, if I were like on my own right now, I'd do some sort of secret weirdness and maybe try to roll them out as bagels, punch a hole in them, and then boil them and chuck them in the oven. Because this dough is a little drier than I prefer, so it might give us some problems down the line, but we'll be fine. Because we're many things in the Squiggly Army. One thing we're not is we're not worried. Okay. Watch this. I don't know what that is. That's a hole, Squiggly. That's a hole right there. We must avoid the hole. There we go. See? Get that nice sticky top. And there we go. There she is. Nice and round. Beautiful. All right. But I do have a feeling that this dough might fight me a little bit. Maybe I should pan up a little bit. Just a smidgen. So y'all can see what's going on. There we go. Herr Optimus köper rundstycke på kiwi. I'm not making rundstycke. Ice! What's happening? We're cooking. Let the man cook. We're cooking. See that? There we go. Right there. Make them nice and round. You don't have to pinch them off as much as I'm doing, but it is what it is. Yes, Pakivi, and you know that that's the conversation right there. You know, I think, Herr Optimus, you just said the right thing. Arlax, you just said the right thing for Arlax right there. I tell you what. Yeah, I like this album. Harris Heller, Stream Beats, Squigglies. And the beautiful thing about it is I don't have to worry about DRM strikes anywhere. Harris Heller, good guy stream doctor. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so there we go. There's our 6 cozy balls. You need to cover them in plastic. Where did I put my plastic? There it is. The reason I'm using plastic and not a towel is because this is a little dry. Honestly, a little bit dry. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done. See? Cover them up. Tent them nice. Nice, nice, nice. There we go. Super nice. Simple. Kiwi needs to sponsor me. Hey. You know. I told y'all this already. Squigglies. Alright? You'll be like, okay. Hit up NRK, email him and be like, yo, this guy, I want to see him on TV. I want to watch him cook stuff on TV. His cameras suck, so I need y'all to help him out, and they'll hook me up. NRK, they'll give me a job. I'll be cooking on NRK. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, thank you, Alex. Load it up. Get me hooked up. I can be the new cooking. What's that lady who cooks? Erkan. She's from Sweden. Erkan Greljas. Erkan Greljas. Nu ska vi faktiskt grilla. Men nu ska vi grilla hos en kräftskiva. Okay, but here comes the fun part. Honestly, here comes the fun part, because I'm about to turn on the oven. Or the stovetop, not the oven, the stovetop. Because I'm cooking these flatbreads on a stovetop. And here's where everything gets crazy, okay? I am going to put, my oven goes to 9, or my stovetop goes to 9. Usually when you want to cook something on a non-stick pan, for example, you got to crank it up. So to steak again beef, you got to crank it up. You got to get that Maillard effect. You got to get that nice caramelization. You got to crank it up. Because this is something I've since learned. Let me switch it around a little bit here, okay? This is something that I've since learned, okay? That actually, using non-stick wastes a lot of energy. Because for some reason, your stovetop uses a lot of energy keeping the pan hot. For no good reason. So what's going to happen now is, you see our beautiful balls up in the corner here? We're going to cook them on 3 different pans. And the third one you're not sure about yet. It's a bit of a outlier, if you will, okay? We're going to cook them on the same temperature. I'm going to put my stove on 4. That's medium, right smack in the middle of medium heat, okay? It's not super hot. If I were to cook a chicken breast on this pan, I would have put it on 6, 7, maybe even, I'd even start it off at 8. I'm going to put it on 4, and that's going to be the exact same setting for all 3 pans. Okay? Keep it in your mind. 5. Sorry, I said 4. 5. That's right above medium, okay? So that's right above medium heat. I'm going to turn it on 5. See, this is why, det derfor du må sende e-post til NRK og si til dem at du må lage et matlagingsprogram med denne mannen her, because I need somebody on book saying, you said the wrong thing, Yankster. You used the wrong word, okay? Put it on 9. Hey, Optimus, get out of here. Da bruker du så mye strøm at du har ikke råd til å kjøpe nytt telt til ungerne til sommeren. That's the point. I need to break everyone free from non-stick prison. And we're going to do it tonight, Squigglies. We're going to do it tonight. Here we go. Okay. This is going to get a little weird. Y'all are going to get a little bit of vertigo, but I'm going to show y'all real quick that the hub is on 5. Y'all see the hub on 5 right there? I'm not going to touch that once all night. Okay? Promise. Promise. Not going to touch it. I'm going to stay on 4. Not on 5. See, I keep saying 4. Replik. Line. Somebody help. Hey, Optimus. Hey, on Norgeström. That's good. I'm glad you jumped on that train, my guy. Apparently people have been saving money on that. Thank you, Herr Optimus. 5. Brimi, ja. Brukar bara järnpanna. Brimi. Då far vi, I don't remember how he talks. Ned I mura, så hämtar vi mjölka som ligger ned I mura. I love on the Brimi. I really do. I don't remember how he talks. But he's a glorious, glorious guy. And there's so many good... You know what? Here's the thing. There's so many good cooking shows out there. I understand. Jag skönnar det gott, NRK. Hvis ikke du vil ha meg, I got it. Because there's so many people who've already done it so well. But let me tell y'all, Squigglies, what I'm bringing to the table right now. To you, and this is exclusively to you, is I cook a little bit mad. Okay? Just like I drive a little bit mad. In life, I'm a very diplomatic person. Generally, I try to solve things in a way that's diplomatic and calm and easy and try to see every sides of everything. But when I'm driving a car, everybody sucks. And when I'm cooking, I get very mad at my food. This is already hot. Look at that. It's already heated up. Oh, how great. That's 1 point for free for the non-stick pan. Han är för vågor, ja. Stämmer det? A month or two. It is a bit of a science show, Hell Optimus. You're right. It is a science show. It's as much science as it is cooking, man. I tell you what. I tell you what. Anchor Charger, you still with us? This is important for you, all right? Because I know the flour on the other side of the world is different from it is here. It's upside down. If you have any questions whatsoever, you just ask them and we'll help you. The Squiggly Army will help you. You feel the pan? You got to put your fingers in the pan. Now, you see how my hands are all nicked up and cut up and stuff and all messed up? Don't worry about that. Ignore it because I'm not serving this food to anybody. I'm just eating it myself because I'm an amateur cook. I don't cook for people. I mean, I cook for my friends and I cook for family and, you know, because I love cooking and I love it. Cooking for me is a show of affection, all right? But this sucker looks nice and warm to me now at this time. It's on 5, so it should be ripping hot and ready to go. I honestly think this might be why I said 4 instead of 5 because I think 5 might be a little too hot. Anyways, let me show you real quick how we do this. So I'm going to take, this is the sticky side now. This is the sticky side down, right? We're going to make it, shape it out. Wait a minute. Let's move this sucker down a little bit. I'm going to shape it. All right? Og nå må jeg fokusere. Nå må dere bare snakke dere selv imellom. I gotta talk and focus on what I'm doing here. Laffa? No, I'm just saying. Anchor Charger. That if it's, you know, your flour down in, you know, Tasmanian Devilland is upside down. If you have any questions, we got you. We'll help you with our weird Nordic flour that also is upside down. Now I'm just circling it. The thing is, when it's a little bit more loosey-goosey, this is gonna be weird. You're gonna see my stomach a little bit, but don't worry about it. It'll be okay. When it's more loosey-goosey, because this is a very strong, dry dough, so I'm being a little bit careful with it when I roll it out. But if you use usually Tipo flour, if you look here, Tipo flour in general gives this dough a lot of strength, a lot of gluten, right? But the thing is, I think because I used not enough water, I think it's gonna give me the finger. So I have to be a little bit careful when I roll it out, make my flatbreads, all right? And laffa? Lafsa? Oh yeah, you're talking about lafsa. Yeah, lafsa. Lafsa? Is that what you're telling me? Anchor Charger, let me know. Lafsa, is that the word you're looking for? Let me try to stretch this baby out. Just careful. It's just got to be nice and easy. Like I said, if it's a little bit, I think I used I didn't use enough water is the thing. The dough's a little low hydrated, so it's a little bit dry, but that doesn't matter. That's neither here nor there because once we put it in the pan, she's going to poof up like a boss. And we want this to look a little bit rustic, okay? We want it to be a little bit rustic. Lafse. I don't have Västlandslafse. I was just talking about how it's this stuff. These are not what I'm talking about, okay? They're upside down. Hold on. These are not what I'm talking about. I showed them out before, and they're not the same. This is Västlandslafse. They're a sweet cake kind of thing that we make here, okay? Here, this is how you do it. Go ahead. Västlandslafse. There you go. What did Optimus do? Pitabröd. Hey. We don't need to be elitistic about this. We don't need to be elite people about this, okay? let's accept. It might be peat doubler. Like, these are not going to turn into peat doubler because they're not going to puff up. Okay? Just so everybody knows that. They're not going to puff up. You got to remember to put the in there. Okay, I think I worked this sucker enough because it's starting to rip on me a little bit, which is not so fun, but that's because I let it dry out too much. It's my bad. It's not the dough's fault. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready for this? I'm going to pull y'all over to the frying pan at this time. Okay? There we go. It's time. Now, this is non-stick. It's on 5. It's too hot. But, you know, the producer said that I should put it on 5 instead of 4, so that's what's going to happen. And in she goes. Boom. All right. Non-stick pan. Here we go. Non-stick. Now, of course, if you have asbestos fingers that don't worry about heat at all, right, then you're fine. But, of course, you could use, you know, like a spatula or if you know, are an intelligent human being, unlike me, who doesn't give a crap about my fingers anymore, then you stick that on there. Now, it's sticking. It's stuck. Right now, it is stuck to this non-stick pan, by the way. But you don't need to be concerned about that. Like I told you, we're many things in the Squiggly Army. One thing we're not is we're not worried. Let it sit. All right? And you'll see what happens. Okay? Just let it sit. Now it's on 5. Let's remember. On est pas femme. Okay? It smells really good. If anybody cares to know, it smells amazing. I'm not making lafsa, anchor charger. I'm making flatbreads. You can make them at home. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put the thing. You ready? Is everybody ready? No, but here's the thing, anchor charger. I got you. I got you. Screenshot that right there. Wait, don't screenshot that. But maybe, let's say that. I'm going to set my house on fire while you're screenshotting. That right there. Okay? Now you can rewind or whatever on the VOD and you can do your thing. Not bacon lafsa. But listen, friends, squigglies, Alex, you're stuck in photo book making, and I'm cool with that. I'm really cool with that. This is very much stuck. But you see, you can't see it so well, but the color's changing a little bit right around here. All right, you want that color to change pretty evenly all over the bread before you flip it. I can feel it getting hot as well. So we're getting there. I want to just pinch it and lift it, but you shouldn't do that. You'll probably burn yourself. Take a look underneath. Yeah. Oh, how nice it looks in this non-stick pan that has carcinogenic properties or whatever. Big pharma. I don't know. Don't listen to me when it comes to conspiracy theories. You know, here's what, squigglies. This is important, all right? Okay? When I talk about conspiracy theories, I'm making fun of them because I genuinely believe that conspiracy theories are conspiracy theories for a reason. Don't take anything I said conspiracy theory-wise and be like, wow, he's onto something. I need to go tell people about how big Teflon is ruining our lives. Here we go. Y'all ready? Here's the flip. Boom. Look at how sad that looks. Oh my God, look at how sad that looks. Look at how sad this looks with its whiteness. I don't know why I used that word. That's not a good word to use. With its just not beautifulness. How it's all pale. That's the word I'm looking for. With its paleness. Optimus. I should have put it on 9. Oh, I see. Ja. But Herr Optimus, right? Herr Optimus, har du Norgespris, så kan du jo bare kjøre på 9 hele tiden. That's all you can do. SU will be like, yeah, 9. You know what? Clickbait, okay? I'm gonna, over on YouTube, if anybody's watching on YouTube, clickbait time, du vil bli. Det han gjorde neste, du vil bli overrasket. Alright? Y'all talking about 9, but just wait until I show you these other pans. Yeah? Nei, det er ikke noe etterpåklokskap. I'm telling you, this is hindsight, squigglies, and hindsight is always 20/20. You're gonna be surprised. Stick around, hang with me for a while. You're gonna be really surprised. Yes, super. I like how you're saying okay, okay. And listen, if you have to, you know what, you know how this works. If you have to leave, it's fine. We'll send you some love, and then you'll go to the VOD tomorrow, and you'll be like, what was Yankster up to? And you'll see the beauty in this happen. It's gonna be around tomorrow. It's gonna be around the day after. This is why I stream to YouTube. Okay, this is the secret, Squigglies. Okay, here's the secret. I stream to YouTube as well as Twitch because I want my videos to exist. Punctum. I love Twitch. I love live streaming. I love talking to you. But I started out on YouTube making videos out of sync. I sit in my secret little room and I'd record videos for 6 hours, and then I'd edit them and I'd put them on YouTube, and I wouldn't talk to anybody. I love talking to you. I love being live with you and being in this situation right now. But Twitch takes, you know, the VODs down eventually and they go away and stuff. And I know I can edit them and put them back up, but I just like them on YouTube. So they're going to be on YouTube. It'll be on Twitch for a while. Just don't worry about it. I told you this. There's many, and this is if you're on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, it's too late. You got to do it now because you're a part of us. We're many things in the Squiggly Army. One thing we're not is we're not worried. Let's look at this bread and see what happens. Oh, wow. How lovely. What a lovely flatbread we have here on our nonstick pan. We're going to fold it like so. Ouch, it's kind of hot, but we'll get there. Don't let it sit too long because then it'll crack on you. Fold it over like that. Bam. And put that baby in a towel. Get it wrapped up. All right? Now, so I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. This sucker goes right in a towel. There she is. Ow, it's hot. It's so hot. You wrap it up in a towel and let it live its best life, okay? This is going to go away. How Optimus, you'd be like, well, it didn't stick to the pan. It didn't stick to the pan. It's time. It's time. All right, friends. Carbon steel time. We're going to let that sucker heat up for a minute. Hey, Optimus, it didn't stick to the pan. You're right. But it looks so ugly. Okay, thank you for maintaining the science, Hey, Optimus. Non-stick pan worked. We're going to rewind and see how long it took, though. Okay? Let's heat up that sucker. Now, this is going to take a minute to heat up because this is carbon steel. So it's going to take a minute to heat up. So we're going to come back over here to our buddy balls. I also smell that I probably could have washed the carbon steel pan a little bit better after I made my weirdo omelet this morning. Because it smells a little bit like onions. All right, let's pan up a little bit so y'all can see what's going on here. See, these are another thing is if your dough kind of sucks and it's hard to work with, let it rest for a while because it might relax. What happens is your gluten fibers will relax over time. So let it rest for a minute. Don't rush your dough. And it might come out okay for you, but this sucker still is very dry. I mean, this is more to me like maybe I don't know, bagel dough, really, than flatbread dough. And if you use here, look at the cragginess and the squiggliness of this dough right here, right? It has all these fibers and stuff, and air fibers. It has the husks and it has all the stuff. That's because we used sammalt kveitemjöl. We used flour that has big chunks of the whole wheat in it. Okay, so we did use it's whole wheat anchor charger per se, right? But it's not ground so finely. It has this rough grind to it that has all the pieces in it and stuff. Okay, now that's gonna mess with your water ratios because this kind of flour soaks up water less well than regular flour or finely ground flour. Okay. And that's why it takes you a second to kind of get the feeling of your ratios, okay? And that's why sometimes it comes out a little too dry because I use less water in this now to try to compensate, because what I do is I use the tipo flour, because tipo absorbs a lot of water because it's so finely ground. The whole wheat flour absorbs less water because it's not so finely ground. So you got to try to kind of compensate for that, and I'm still working on that. But 300 grams seems to be the sweet spot if you don't use too much like whole wheat flour. Like in the recipe, I gave you 50% whole wheat that's been see this stuff, grov malt. Okay, this you're gonna see is what makes it look like this. Is what gives it that kind of seedy looking appearance. But you can also get, here's something you can experiment with and play with, which is kind of fun, is you can get some maltvetemel fin malt, which will act a lot more like regular flour, but it contains all of that healthy, beautiful goodness that's in the whole wheat. So you could try that. Sammalt hvetemel, grovmalt. Eller så kan du ta fullkornshvetemel, finmalt for eksempel. Or spelt. As long as you have fullkorn, that means it uses the whole wheat. All right, our pan is getting pretty damn hot, pardon my French, as I'm rolling this sucker out. Like a sunbathed wallaby. Oh, that's exactly what it should look like, Anchor Charger. You're so right. I don't even know what a wallaby looks like 100%. I've seen them in one of the children's books that I have for one of the mini Yanksters. I think it's a wallaby. At least I say it's a Mr. Wallaby. But yeah, for sure. A nice sunbathed wallaby. Oh, Lex, you say a weirdo omelet. You want a photo of a weirdo omelet. Okay, someday I'll make a weirdo omelet. I'll take a picture of it. I make them all the time. I call them weirdo omelets because they're weirdo omelets, because they're omelets made by weirdos for weirdos with whatever you have in your fridge. So there's that. Okay, we're starting to get some holiness here, so I'm going to try and... I think this is as far as I can stretch this sucker. She looks ready to go to me. Okay, we're going to move and pan down. We're going to pan to the pan, Squigglies. So this is very hot. Let me just tell you one thing. This feels extremely hot. This is our carbon steel pan, and it feels... And you don't have to believe me. Don't believe me. Because it's a feeling I have inside my soul, and it's not science. When I say this feels hot to me, you come here, and if you, let's say you work in a forge and you make metal all day, it's not going to feel hot to you. I'm just saying that subjectively speaking, where I'm standing, this feels hotter than the nonstick pan did before. And the nonstick pan was on the exact same temperature. Wait a minute. Scientific solidity here, Squigglies. Transparency. We're still on, what number are we on? 5. Haven't turned it up. Haven't turned it up a single notch. Right? But this sucker feels way hotter than the nonstick pan did. Is everybody ready for this? This is where things are crazy. Wallaby is a tiny roux. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Fold it up nice, cozy, like, right? Like a little baby wallaby. There you go. That's what it is. Okay, here we go, you glorious squigglies and Tasmanian devils among me. We're gonna drop this sucker in. Is everybody ready? Is everybody ready? Or was it 4? Alex, don't mess with me. Alex, we're gonna do this now. Here we go. It's going in. Bam. Carbon steel. Now, once again, remember, you have to use a non-stick pan, because if not, everything's gonna stick to everything all the time. It's going to all stick to the thing, and it's going to be stuck, and you'll be screwed. Oh, there's a hole in it. Let's just pinch that hole shut and pretend it never happened. I almost cursed. You see how I yell at my food? Yeah, I just did. Just yelled at my food. Squigglies, the secret is heat. All right? The secret is heat, man. If you've ever barbecued, if you've ever grilled, if you've ever used a grill in your life, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You crank up the heat, you let it get nice and hot, you throw something on there, and it gets a beautiful caramelized surface, and eventually it releases the grill because it gets cooked. It gets cooked, Squigglies. That's the difference. Okay? That's the thing. Non-stick just throws a ton of heat energy into the room that is used for nothing. Carbon steel. Ow. Ooh, that's already That's already hurting my fingers. That's hurting my asbestos fingers. Hey Optimus, yes. The carbon steel pan has been seasoned. When I first got it, there's a way of doing that. What you do is when you get it, because this is why it has that cool coloring on it right here. See that color? That's on purpose. It's supposed to look like that. That means it's doing its job and becoming non-stick when it gets that nice dark color on it. I want that color to go all the way to the edges. That's my goal for this beautiful pan. But yeah, when you first get it, right, you heat it up and you throw oil in there, about 1 millimeter's worth of oil. Millimeter, well, there's nobody from America here. I think everybody's on the actual system that the rest of the world uses, but about just a little millimeter of oil in the bottom of the pan. You let that heat up. Neutral oil, okay? Rops, for example. There's your oil right there, okay? Rops. And yes, El Dorado, because I'm base. Screw you guys. If you say I shouldn't be using that, I should be using expensive menu Rops. Drit i det. El Dorado är bra. Rapsolja. It's just for cooking. Put 1 millimeter in there. Let it heat up until it reaches the smoking point. So that's why you don't use like extra virgin olive oil that has a really low smoke point. Don't use extra virgin olive oil because that has a really low smoking point. So don't do that. Let it heat up until it starts smoking, right? Then you turn the pan off. Because when it starts smoking, then you'll see the color start happening around the edges of the pan. And then you turn it off. You wipe out all that oil. And you just let it cool down. And your sucker is like this. Look. We're golden. Ow, I just burned my finger. Let's see what we got here. Oh, baby. You ready? Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. You can't see it so well. That sucks, but I'll show you eventually. Let me see if I can hide some of the light so you can see more of the... Look at that. Squigglies. Look at that. Right there. I'm hiding some of the light so you can see a little bit of the... There's a browning happening here. Right here. Got some browning right there. Some browning right there. Beautiful kind of Maillard. I can't say Maillard because it's not fat, but it's a browning effect that's happening right there, Squigglies. And it feels... You can't hear it. But when I scrape, wait a minute. You hear that when I'm scraping across the surface? You get a nice sun-bathed wallaby effect. And I would say that happened quicker. I don't know. You'll have to rewind if you want to be scientifically sound here, Optimus. You got to rewind and look at the thing again. But I feel that happened faster. Definitely happened faster, in my opinion. Would you say Americans know millimeters when they have guns? What? In what universe? Where does millimeters come into guns? Where do millimeters come into guns? Oh, Lex, is there anybody watching on YouTube? Ah, the bullets are 9mm, of course. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, this sucker's golden. I keep tapping them and touching them and stuff, but it just is so good. Oh, and look at our plump buddies here. Look at this. Look at this. We just left them. Y'all remember what they looked like before? Look at how glorious our plump buddies are. Oh, look at that. When you let them relax, let them sit under plastic, they'll keep working. The yeast will keep doing its magic. 4 gram gjær, folkens. 4 gram. Drit I en halv pakke gjær. Alright? Now this is starting to smell ready. And oh yeah, baby. Look at that. Look at that right there. Did we get that beautiful little leoparding? That's miniature, it's not a lot, but look at that beautiful leoparding we got. In shorter time, more beautiful result on a carbon steel pan. Let's look at the other side. Oh, we got it right there too. Some beautiful leoparding. Look at how rustic that looks and how beautiful that looks right there, Squigglies. Yes, yes. All right, you're welcome, carbon steel. And Herr Optimus, our guy who tells us about the thing, Herr Optimus, did it stick? Here comes the secret. I'm gonna turn off the stove for a second. Here comes the secret. Is everybody ready for the secret? Welcome to the end. Well, not the end, because I'll cook the rest of them on stream. I don't care. But, like, welcome to the last contender. Squigglies, you ready? Oh, no. I can't use non-stick. Because everything sticks. Okay, we just use carbon steel. Didn't stick. This is bread. This is a wet bread dough. Didn't stick. Argument invalid. Oh no, I have to use non-stick because that's what's on sale at all the stores. Når jeg går på IKEA, så ser jeg, da går jeg rundt og ruller med sånn vogn, og så ser jeg at her er det noe sånn steikepanne til salgs. Oh, look, we're just gonna buy them. They're black, and they're non-stick, and yay. Squigglies. $399 kroner på europris. Stainless steel. Rustfritt stål. I bought this at Europris for 40, let's say $40 US ish. Okay? This is almost the only pan I use. This is literally, I'm serious and honest with you. 390 kroner på Europris. This is the only pan I use to cook everything. Fish, chicken, eggs, noodles, vegetables, rice. Rustfritt stål. 400 kroner minus. You ready? Let's do it. But what's interesting, Squigglies, is here we go. What'd you say? Yeah, shave a bullet into 9 pieces, and then you know how much 1 millimeter is. You're still talking about bullets. Didn't season it, it would have probably stuck. The steel pan will last longer than non-stick, yes. But did you know that IKEA has changed their material in their non-stick pans from Teflon to something else? Everybody's changed their, this is really important. I'm glad you took that. Everybody has moved away from Teflon because one has found out that Teflon is going to kill people. People don't use Teflon anymore, as far as I know. Even anything modern, it's non-stick, it's ceramic, it's very different. But here's the thing. Let me show you. Don't let me tell you, let me show you. Hang here for a sec. Okay, inside this pot, right there. I think I made a mistake one day. Something that is not silicone or wood. Touch that. From this moment on, this pan is going to start shedding little pieces of this, just like it has around the edges. And these little tiny pieces, they go into my body and my children's body. And I don't say that to scare you, because I know a lot of people say, don't feed your kids. There's a weird lady on the internet who says, don't feed your kid carrots or whatever. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is, I don't know what this does. This is stainless steel. This is the same material as the knife I have in my pocket that I take in the woods on fishing trips. I know what it does. And it's not going to shed any of this weird stuff and put it in my body. It's not Teflon, but there's still chunks of it coming off and going into my body. I sound fanatic. I really, Squigglies, I'm really trying not to sound fanatic here. I just genuinely, firmly believe that you do not need to buy expensive or semi-expensive non-stick cookware when you, in a very simple way, can cook with less energy. You can use less power. Look at how, I'm telling you, faster. Did we not with our carbon steel pan get a faster result? And it also looked a little better. We got that browning. We got the Maillard effect. It looks cooler. It looks better and it tastes better. Why would you buy these? These pots, I swear, 600, 700, 800 crowns. I paid for 2 of them. All right? I can buy a 3-pot set, 1 liter, 3 liter, and 5 liter if it's on sale for 300 crowns, and it's stainless steel. Why? Why? It uses less electricity. It's cheaper to buy, and it'll last longer. Okay, rant over. I'm done with the rant. We're going to go back to the cooking part now. Kanskje du kan bare sende en e-post til NRK and tell them that y'all need to come in and work on this guy, please, so that I have somebody on book for me. All right, let me get caught up in chat. 60 Australian dollars. Alex, do you have access to AutoMod? Because I'm going to hop into AutoMod and see what's happening. Bob and the rubber hose are acting a little weird this evening. See, this is heating up nice and easy, nice and good, nice and calm, nice and steady. You're going to get a 3rd leg from it. Could grow a 3rd leg, nobody knows. Mod view. I'm trying to mod. It's not working. What's happening, Alex? Please explain to me why AutoMod is being crazy tonight. All right, give us a sec while our beautiful stainless steel. You have the Hexclad. You got disappointed. I want a review. Give me a second. I'll be right back because you actually are somebody who actually for real has tried Hexclad. I want to know how that worked for you in 1 second. I'll be right back. I had to refill the Jamba Juice. Okay, brother, talk to me. How did the Hexclad work? What happened to you? How did it hurt you? How did the Hexclad hurt you? Explain. This is almost ready. Honestly, this sucker is almost ready. Let's start rolling out one of our buddies here. I'm really excited about this. The reason why I wanted y'all to stick around with me is because I have personally never tried to cook a flatbread on the stainless steel pan before. I did try the first day I bought it. I was like, oh, how great, stainless steel. The first thing I did was burn something severely on it and mess it up, and I had to wash it with stålul. That was what was it? Ah, a tortilla. I was just gonna heat up a nice tortilla and eat it with my breakfast burrito or whatever I was gonna do. I slopped it down on there and it just stuck. It just stuck there and it just stayed there, and then it burned. And I flipped it and it was burned and everything was bad. I had to take it off the heat. I had to figure it out. But I've learned since, and I'll tell you all, I'll show you all the secret, okay? What you talking about? You can't season it. The seasoning gets lost really fast and you have to use lots of oil. That's not cool, man. What? So you... Anchor Charger telling me AutoMod didn't allow Anchor Charger to tell us that we get a 3rd leg from the new magical nonstick pans from IKEA. You might. That's all I have to say. Let me take these plump babies right here and make a... Look at how beautifully they plumped up, though. Look at that. They just continued to work. Look at this. Oh, look at that, squigglies. That's what I'm talking about. Let's roll it up a little bit so you can see a little bit of Yankster belly. And you can see some of this sucker. So, like I said, I haven't tried to cook with one of these before, ever. With one of these, I've cooked with this pan a lot. I haven't cooked a flatbread on it. So what I do want to do, the truth is out there. This is right, Alex. You allow it. I mean, I feel we're in conspiracy theory territory right now, Alex. Let's just let it go. Let's just let it rip. Alex got your back. I tell you what, Anchor Charger. There you go. Okay. 400 kroner minus 1 krone på europris. All right, is everybody ready for this? I do feel, though, that we're going to use, like you said, Optimus, you have to use a live oil. I feel that we might want to put a little bit of oil in here. The reason is, even though this pan is ripping hot, right, it's stainless steel, okay? And stainless steel kind of works a little bit differently than a couple of the other materials. Now, I can't tell you the exact chemistry or, like, atomicness of it, but it does work a little bit differently from the other materials. And I know that there's very little, actually no fat in this right here, okay? So I haven't made up my mind, but I could either put some semolina in there, so semolina, or oil. Squigglies, actually, let me put it up to you. Let me leave it up to you, Squigglies. For our next buddy right here, our final test, our grand 400 kroners stainless steel pan from Europris test. Should we use semolina as our base, or should we use a little bit of oil as our base? Optimus talking about try both. You're not. We have a couple. Vi har flere å gå på. You're right. Let's try both. Let's try both. Then I'm going to start with the dry, and then I'll go over to the wet. Okay? Let me go get something from my magical drawer here. All right? Let me go get something from my magical drawer. Ow. Just bang my head on the edge of the kitchen thing there. Don't worry about it. All right. An integral part of Yankster's pizza cooking is this stuff right here. And I know you can't see it properly because it's all weird, but utbakingsmel. Semolina, it says there. This is flour that doesn't mix into your dough, and it's really good for baking out stuff. So and it also can handle a really solid temperature. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay, Optimus, we're gonna go for the semolina first, and then we're gonna try some oil if the semolina doesn't work. Well, let's try oil anyway. I want to try a little bit of fried. Your steel pans are from IKEA. That's beautiful, Optimus. The steel pans do the trick, man. 200 kroner, Ingolf. Rett I lomma. Okay. Let's see. Don't bang, just move it with Tasmanian force. Copy that, Tasmanian force. I got you. I got you, Anchor Charger. We're going to do our best. Okay. This is actually going to come out nice. We should have just let these buggers rest a little bit longer. Look at how beautiful they come out. Beautiful, round, and glorious. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Nice. Gotta let them rest. That'll make your flats nice and big and floofy and beautiful. Okay. Okay, my friend, my buddy. You just stay right here for a second, all right, my friend? You just rest right there. I'm going to put some semolina on the pan, and then we're going to bring it over. Here we go. Time to fly. All right. Here's how it's going to work. Now, this might smoke like crazy. I actually might have to turn on the fan, even though I don't want to. Boom. Yep, that's smoking like crazy. Okay. Turn on the fan. And in you go. In. Go in. Okay. So far, so good. The beauty of this semolina is that it cooks and burns, and it kind of turns into a bit of like a popcorn thing. And then you can just shake it off when you're done. But that got really hot really fast. Ooh, baby. Ooh, okay. All right. That's going to be fun. I think your new pan is steel. That's Optimus. You basically explained it. If they're steel colored, then they're steel. One thing I should tell you right off the bat. Your cooking utensils might not be able to handle these pans. See that sucker? It's all banged up. You want to try and get your get a hold of metal utensils to use in your metal things. Wow, that's happening quick, Squigglies. Holy smokes. Whoa, she's heating up good. Okay, so let's say stainless steel might win the game today. If they're black, it can be iron or non-stick. The iron pan is more rough. Yes. I agree, Anchor Charger. Optimus is a funny guy. Okay, so, and another thing you're missing right now is smell-o-vision. You're not getting the insanely cool smell that I'm getting here. The semolina cooking like this on the really hot steel gives like a popcorny kind of smell, and it gives a depth of flavor to whatever you're cooking. Holy smokes, we're there. Look at that. Is that a piece of paper? Can anybody explain why there was a piece of paper in there? Rewind and look later. Oh, that was quick. That was quick, Squigglies. Look at how fast that was. Same temperature. Same damn temperature, Squigglies. Let me try and get a shot of it. Same damn temperature. Look at how fast that was. Look at this. Oh. You got some smelly vision. Good, good, good. I do think, Optimus, that we're going to have to try some oil. The Wally be done. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh. Look at how quick that was. Did anybody see how fast that was? Put an emoji in chat if you saw how quick that was. Yeah. It is interesting to see the difference because this is the whole point. You see the difference. You felt how quick that was. This sucker's done, dude. This sucker is done. Fold her over, throw her out. She's done. Damn. Look at that right there. Oof. Look at that. Look at our cragginess. Right there. Whoop. That took no time. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. Okay. Okay, friends. Oil time. Let me clear this out. Now, the cool thing about also your stainless steel is that it holds on to your heat. So it stays warm for a while, okay? So I'm going to just put it back on. I'm actually not going to put it back on completely yet because it's going to stay hot for a while. So I have to roll out a new buddy first so that it's ready to go. Look. Let's roll out a new buddy. Did y'all see that? Boom. Oh, like done. Yeah. Oh, we're going to do a taste test for sure. The one last one we're going to do now is I think we found I'm glad y'all hung around for this because I did not know this was going to happen. But I think we found a suverän vinnare här in golf. Definitely it smells like and it looks like stainless steel with semolina is going to do the trick. And don't be afraid of it, Squigglies. Don't be afraid of stainless steel. Don't be afraid of carbon steel. You'll be fine. You're going to be okay. We're going to put a little bit of oil in the pan now and see what happens because I want to show you how it works, okay? Wow, that was surprising. That was so much quicker than carbon and the non-stick junk that we're not going to use anymore after tonight, right? And tomorrow everybody's going to go out. It's the middle of the month. Halvparten til dere har fått lønning på i morgen. Gå på IKEA. Gå på Europris. Kjøper deg noen panne. Okay? Go ahead and retire those old pans and play around, you know? Burn some stuff. Look at these beautiful lumps. They're my buddies. These two right here are my buddies. Look at that. Ikke lønning for på torsdag. Ja. Ha det på torsdag da. Ta deg en tur. Go be a simp. Go to Europris and buy a pan there. Se noe kitchen her. Gå på kitchen og kjøpe sånne 800 kroners panne. 1600 kroner for en panne. Fiskars. Gå på Europris. Ja, det det jeg mener, Alex. 400 kroner. Ok? Da må du finne og pante 20 flasker. Finner du 20 flasker og panter deg, then you can afford a pan that'll make your life better. Finn 20 flasker. Okay. I'm gonna put this baby back on. 5. Yeah. Your wife is gonna be so mad, Herr Optimus. But trust, you gotta, you know, you just send her to this stream and you say, watch the VOD. The truth is in the science. Watch, it's not a conspiracy theory. All right? It's not a lie. It's not conspiracy. It's not flat earth crap. This is science. We did the science right here on the channel and we discovered the truth. Help to us. Always big bottles. Well, then you need even less, Alex. You know? Det 10 flasker, det. 3 ganger 10, det 300. 15 flasker må du ha. The truth is out there. Say it, Alex. Let it be. Let it be real. Okay, so this is... I'm kind of excited about this. So the semolina definitely was interesting. We're going to cook one last one with oil and see how that comes out. I do think it's going to come out a little bit more as like a fried bread. But we're many things in the Squiggly Army. One thing we're not is we're not worried. The truth is out there. Okay, friends, here we go. Is everybody ready for this? I certainly hope you all are ready for this. Because here we freaking go. Okay. She's not quite hot yet, but we're waiting. Almost there. Friteerd brød, but it might be fried bread. This might become fried bread, and I'm not even mad about it. Oh my God. Squigglies, look at these. Look at this. Look at that right there. Oh, yo, I'm going to switch for you right quick. While we're heating up the pot, look at these. Look at that right there. Oh, man. So here's our Stusli Kompis from the non-stick. We got our carbon steel buddy right here. Our artsy carbon steel buddy. And our super clean stainless steel buddy who is quick, very fast. So many things we're learning tonight. This is like real. Jesus, I can't even talk about enough how real this is. Except I got a bug in my ear. Oh my God. Ja, det 3 kroner. 15. You'll be fine. Du må ha 100 flasker. Ja, det er sant. 3 ganger 10 er jo 30. Thank you, Herr Optimus. It's not 10 bottles, it's 100. But that's not, Alex, that's not insurmountable, man. Okay? I'm sure there's 100 people who would want to give you 1 bottle. And if 100 people give you 1 bottle, you'll have almost enough to buy a pan. This is how we make these things work. Okay? Put some olive oil on a Q-tip to get the bugs out. Why? Anchor charger? Do bugs eat olive oil? Oh, have some brekkie, Anchor Charger. Thanks for hanging out with us. All the love. Send some love to Anchor Charger. I mean, I interpreted it as if you were leaving. You might not be leaving. Super. Go door to door and say that that's for charity. There you go. From a football club. Don't do that. That's not cool. However, I would like to know what happens if you go door to door legitimately and tell people just flat out, just say, "Jeg driver med flaskeinnsamling because I'm going to buy a new pan. I'm gathering panteflaske because I need to buy a new frying pan," and just see what happens. That would be fun to do someday. Okay, Squigglies, here we go. Our buddy is ready over here. You kind of see a little sneak preview over here in the window. But this guy's nice and warm. Let's put a little bit of oil in there. Let it get heated up proper. Because here's the thing with stainless steel, Squigglies. You put the oil in. You got to let the oil get warm. You got to let the oil heat up. Okay? This pan is ready now to receive. Like they say in the song. It is programmed to receive right now because it's nice and hot. If you put oil in here and then you just chuck something in there, especially a piece of meat, you're going to be screwed. You're going to have a bad time. You have to let the oil heat up properly. And I'll show you. Wait a minute. Let me just show you. You see that? Look at what the water's doing. See how the water's beating up? That is called the Leidenfrost reaction. Google it right now while you're watching. I swear to God, it's a scientific thing. That means your pan is hot enough. You see that little bead right there? That little bead of water? That's telling us that your pan is ready to go. You put the oil in, the oil's got to come back up to temperature. Leidenfrost. Leidenfrost. Eine Leidenfrost-Reaktion machen. Schweiß. Deutsch. I'm going to pour it out, though, because I'm kind of sick of looking at it. There we go. Okay, let's go. Don't burn my finger, pan. There we go. Okay, buddies. Y'all ready for this? Our sucker's going in with oil. This is going to be fun. I've never tried this before. Look at how it's lightening around there. Now, technically, I put too much oil in there because you just need a little thin little, look at that. Thin little sliver of oil. Look at that right there. How weird and chemical and intelligently insane that is. Right there. And it smells like I'm in America. We got that frying, cooking oil smell. Okay, we got oil in our pan. Now we're going to give it a second. Okay, Rapsolja starts smoking at a higher point. Oh, Lex, that's exactly what you need to say. Oh my God. And then post it in the Discord, please, and let us know what happens. That's beautiful. Anchor Charger Alex is just offering to go door to door and ask for soda bottles that they can return for money. Because we recycle here in Norway like 1 million bottles a year. A gazillion bottles a year. And they give you money for recycling bottles here. So Alex is going to go door to door and ask for bottles so they can buy a frying pan. And the argument is, oops, smoking. The argument is, if not, I will die from Teflon. That's amazing. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. Okay, but is it sticking? Ow, it's bloody hot. This sucker is definitely giving us the maximum amount of bang for our buck is the stainless steel pan. I mean, it's like pardon my French, everybody with child ears, close your ears right now. It is a no bullshit pan. It's like, I'm going to get hot right now, and I'm going to be super hot for the duration of this cook session. You be ready. It's not like the Teflon. It's not like the nonstick crap. That's like, oh, I'm going to heat up, and I'm going to send kind of all of the heat out into the room all over the place. You're going to have to keep it up really high. Du må ha det på 9. Right? Oh, så må du holde det. And if you throw a piece of meat in there, I'm going to cool way down. And it's just going to suck. We're going to boil some meat instead of cooking it. Stainless steel is like, I have to change for this one because this is serious. Stainless steel is like, I'm going to curse right now, so child ears close. All right, motherfucker, let's cook. Now. That's what stainless steel does. And you know what? It's just beyond. It is hot. It's already, I can't touch it anymore. Like, I cannot touch this anymore. And of course, the oil being a fat, now fat transports two things. Fat transports flavor. That's why putting mayonnaise on your sandwich is so tasty. And fat transports heat. All right? So it makes sense. It's not weird that this is so hot right now, really. But I'm very interested in how this one's going to taste. Yeah, super. This is stainless steel. 400 kroner per europris. Ikke sponsor. I'm just saying. It'll save your electrical bill. It'll save you money. It'll save you time. If you just spend a second figuring out how to cook with stainless steel. Good night, super. Everybody send super some love in chat. It's not a question. It's mandatory. I want to see some emojis right now up in chat to say goodnight to our buddy super. That's what I'm talking about, Optimus. You're doing it. Everybody, you know what I'm talking about, Peter. Do it. Good night. Thanks for hanging out with us, super. Take it easy. Here we go. Oh, you ready for this? Oh, baby, look at that. I just found my new way of cooking flatbreads. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Go out and buy new pans today. Throw away all of your nonstick pans. Just throw them away. Look at this. And we didn't even use a lot. Like, remember how I said, I used too much? There was like literally less than a tablespoon of oil. It was like 2/3 of 1 tablespoon of oil. And that's going to last us for the rest of... I'm cooking the rest of these in that. Look at that. Oh. Squigglies. That's a good-looking Wally, right? That's a good-looking Wally right there. Oh, baby. Look at that. Ooh. That's almost like seeing a trailer in 7 Days to Die. Oh, squigglies. All right. We learned today. You're getting hungry, send help. Well, Alex. Du har fått uppskriften, for å si sånn. I do have to keep a half of an eye on the battery on this thing. I might run off real quick because it looks like the stream machine, not the potato, but the stream machine that I'm streaming on right now is not charging. Is not charging via the powerful USB-C cable I plugged into it. And so the stream might end a little before I was ready. So let me just try. Oil does make life better, Anchor Charger. I'm going to cook this. I'm going to taste test them. Then I'm going to hop off stream to cook the rest because it looks like the stream machine is not handling the stream with the USB that I plugged it into. But you live and learn. This is once again, du må sende en e-post til NRK og si this man needs a producer, this man needs a director. La han lage mat nå til oss og vise oss hvordan vi gjør det, for han er jævlig engasjert. But he just doesn't have his shit together. Det er det du må si. Boom! Holy smokes! Oh, squigglies. 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 I know, Anchor Charger. It was on purpose. Look at that. Look at this. This'll make anybody cry. Okay, it's time. I have 2 more left to cook. I'm gonna cook them. Just let me show you. Here we go. Oh my god, the smell, if you could smell this, it would make you cry, seriously. Non-stick. Carbon steel. Stainless steel with semolina baking flour. And the thing that smelled and also looked and I believe is going to taste best. Stainless steel with oil. And does anybody remember how fast that sucker cooked? Look inside here at this. The inside of this book is going to make you cry. Oh, man. Look at that flatbread right there. I should have probably folded it the other way so you could get a more beautiful view of the glorious leoparding. Okay. Here we go. Taste test. Okay. Here we go. Smells like dough. It's chewy. It's cooked through. Period. It's done. The non-stick made it done. Carbon steel. Ooh, the rip. You can't hear it so good because of the noise cancellation, but it has a bit of a rip to it. Here we go. Okay, immediately, 1, more strength. The dough has more strength. The rip was more demanding. It also had a little bit more of a crunch when I bit into it. Also feels more juicy. Feels more juicy. I'm not going to take a second bite. Okay, now we're getting into the fun stuff. We're getting into the 399 kroner per Europris. Semolina cooked stainless steel. It smells better. It smells like it's been cooked in a popcorn machine. Who wouldn't want to eat a piece of flatbread that was cooked in a popcorn machine? It looks like we're losing control, by the way, of the stream. Are we still there, Squigglies? Yeah, I did. Okay, okay. I had to run and get a charger. It wasn't charging. The stream machine wasn't charging. It is now. Okay. Please, Squigglies, chat, let me know where you fell off the wagon. Which bite did you fall off? Because we have the last bite left. I cannot let you fall off the wagon on the last bite. Okay. Carbon steel cooked with semolina. Like I said, it has that popcorny smell to it. So it has a little bit of that nice cooked popcorn smell. And you can't hear it because of the noise canceling, but it has a crunch to it when I bite into it. It has a bit of that flaky, like when you eat, like it's like eating a piece of popcorn. You get that nice salty slash sweet outside, and then there's that little bitterness of the caramelized piece of the cooked popcorn on the inside. So there's your semolina right there. I'm not going to take another bite. I'm really trying really hard not to take another bite because I want to eat them all right now. Here's our last guy, and it's even still nice and warm. I want to put it on my neck. I want to put it on my neck, and I want to use it to loosen up all of the painful muscles in my neck. I want to put it on my belly to solve the issue of eating this one that I made in the nonstick pan. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to rip off a piece of it while it's still hot. Oh, and I'm going to taste it. Still has, like the other one, okay, the popcorny kind of smell to it. Semolina porridge, really good stuff. I'll make that someday, maybe on stream. I mean, it'll be like a porridge minute by minute because it's just very boring to watch. You put it on there, then it cooks, but it's very tasty. But this right here, especially that beautiful crispy cragginess, all that is flavor. That's all flavor right there. And I'm going to put it in my face. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I'm saying that you be sitting there one day, you fall off the face of the earth, you winding up in that upper room. You're going to be singing the upper room. Me and Jesus, whoa. He's in the upper room. Woo. Oh, 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 oh. Squigglies. Use the recipe. Put it in the oven, like I said. Let it sit with the light on for 2 hours. Roll them out. Nice and easy. Take your time. Put them in your new stainless steel pan. Så du kjøpte på Europris til 400 kroner. Cook them in 90 seconds flat and just go straight to heaven. Sorry, not sorry. This is the way. The next step And this might make you cry. Let me just say this right off the bat. Okay? I'm going to cook another one of these suckers while I'm talking to you. Take a little shot of butter. I'm rolling out another buddy. See? Take a shot of butter and some honey. And you're done. A little bit of butter, a little bit of honey, and everything's complete. This is Lord of the Rings food, man. Okay? This is Hobbit food. This is sick up breakfast. Okay? Have you ever been to the Shire? Then you'd know about second breakfast, and you'd know that this is second breakfast. It's not first breakfast. It's not the eggs and the meat and the mead. Okay? This is second breakfast. Brown cheese. Please, Squigglies in chat, explain to Anchor Charger the concept of Brunost while I'm rolling this sucker out and about to wrap up the stream. Okay? Wow, it's late. I wasn't going to stream for this long. I really wasn't, but I'm just having too much fun. Okay, cooking with Yankster science videos. Very much fun for me. Seemed to be very much fun for you, Squigglies. Brown cheese on pizza. Yeah, it's big in China. They do that stuff. They're very squiggly over in China. Very squiggly. And they do things like that over in China. That's the squiggliest of ways to be, man. Putting brown cheese on pizza. Okay, come on, buddy. In you go. Now, this is interesting because I just put this in, and actually the pan was not quite hot enough when I put it in. I thought it was because I was listening, but I wasn't listening good enough. But it seems that the steel has forgiven me upon this eve because it was barely just not hot enough. But it's hot enough now. I tell you what. Don't put holes. Come on, man. I don't want holes. Oh, well. We're going to have holes in this one. This next one's going to have holes in it. You want to know why? Because it's not perfect. I'm going to eat some flatbread. There's your mite and Tim Tams. I did a little bit of research on the whole Tim Tams thing. There's cookies here that I think would do the trick. I've never actually tasted a real Tim Tam, but I've seen them. And I have these in my cupboard. My cupboard. The word I'm looking for is cupboard. Ignore the donut that I'm making right now. Okay? And I say, try them. Alex, if you've tasted both, then I need you to try these for me. I need you to let me know if they're Tim Tams. Buy these, and I know it's not kiwi. Don't worry about it. Try them and let me know. It's your sponsor. Screw you, Coop. And let me know if they're like Tim Tams. Koopsina. They taste the same-ish. Okay. Ish, right? Yeah. Okay. Flip that baby. Oof. I'm going to make a donut. See how I'm making a donut? I think so. I mean, I don't know. I need to try some Tim Tams. You should send over some. Or we'll try them and see. This is me just randomly eating everything I can see right now because they're so good. What are they called? They're called chocolate temptations. So they apparently tempt you like chocolate. Do Tim Tams tempt you like chocolate? I don't know. Oh, of course. Norwegian is English half the time. Might have to reload some oil up in this baby for the last one. I'm sorry. No, you know what? I'm not sorry because I'm eating these live on stream. And I know how people who make cooking shows are like, only take one bite and then talk about the bite. Nah. No, in Norwegian is different. There's Norwegian for you right there. Sponsored by Coop Chocolate Temptations. I wish I was. Once again, like I said, you need to email everybody up in chat. Email Anako and be like, there's this guy who makes cooking videos. I love to watch him. And I say this, I made 2. But you've seen what I've done in other things. And say this guy needs a director and he needs a producer, and so that he can actually make cooking videos proper. Make cooking streams and videos proper. You all tell that to Anako, and they'll let me do my thing, and I won't have to worry about anything. Because like I told you, we're many things in the Squeaky Army. One thing we're not is we're not worried. Teach agriculture Norwegian. I think that's a good idea. It's very important. Wait a minute, what? Just talk about agriculture. Talking about try one with hold on, I'm losing my. Try one with a tam. With a tam on it? With a tam on it? Agriculture, you crazy. You crazy. I'm not even mad about that. Hold on. Let me get another one of these suckers cooked. Hold on. Hold on. I'm not even mad. That's the last thing we'll do before we call the stream. That's the last thing I'm going to do before I call the stream. Well, I'm going to knock the whole computer over, and then I'm going to put this sucker on there. Hold on. Let me stretch this baby out. Melted chocolate. Melted chocolate. Melting, melting, melting. Let me see what I can do. Hold on. Everybody, just take it easy and wait. Take it easy. I got to stretch this last one out. Get this last one stretched out, and we'll be golden. What a fun night of cooking, Squigglies. I'm glad y'all hung out with me tonight. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go, buddies. There you go, Hello Optimus. And then you just get everybody you know to send that out. Get everybody you know to send that, and then we'll see what happens from there. It'll just be so much easier. I'm just saying that somebody else pushing the buttons will make it so much easier. Because then I'll have somebody to yell line at. Like, I'll be like, er det 4 eller er det 5 en golf? Jeg vet ikke. Jeg har ikke talt til deg. Er det 4? Er det 2? Er det 9? Jeg husker ikke det. You have a problem? What's the problem? We have many things in this Squeaky Army. One thing we don't have is problems. Well, actually, we have many problems, but, you know, we're not worried about them. The whole point is we're not worried about them. Okay, here we go. Down, in, fried bread. Oh, that sounds so good. Maybe a little too much oil, but for many things, one thing we're not is we're not worried. Is there such a thing as too much oil? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It smells so good. It smells so good. Shut up, alarm. That's the alarm that tells me, oh no, you're cooking. And I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. Yes, I am. Ah, the milk protein allergy. You can't eat them anymore. So how are you going to let us know about Tim Tams? We're never going to know. We're never going to know. Anchor charger. Let's put this one. I'm going to put a Tim Tam on that one. I'm going to bite it. See what happens. Tim Tam. Also known as Coop Chocolate Temptation. Is everybody ready? On here, we'll tear this sucker in half. We're going to take this last one that I just cooked. Sorry, let me blow because I don't want. Okay, this is going to go in the cooked one. It's already melting. Like that, right there. There it is, right there. There's my bite. Is everybody ready? This is insane. Why did I just do this? Okay. There's my bite right there. That's my bite. Right there. Look at the glisten. Look at it glistening. Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out. It actually legitimately. First of all, it was so many calories that I just had a heart attack, a temporary heart attack. I just had a heart attack. But it actually kind of tasted a little bit like a s'more. It's a cookie. It's a wafer cookie, chocolate wafer cookie, melted in chocolate. Okay? Inside of what I just made now, which is a flatbread. No, kosa med veldig. Maybe beyond det er så mye kos nå at det kanskje sikkert ikke helt er lov. Nobody knows. That's why would I do that? Why did I do that? Yeah, it's a bit like a s'more. All right, Squigglies, real talk. I hope that this evening I showed you that you don't have to be afraid of stainless steel. You don't have to be afraid of carbon steel. And you certainly don't need to buy any more nonstick pans. You don't need to. Don't waste your money on them. Cheap, stainless steel. Watch 1.5 YouTube videos. You don't even have to watch the videos. You can watch a brain rot short on how to cook with stainless steel. And you'll never have a problem again. You won't be worried again. I told you we're many things in the Squiggly Army. One thing we're not is we're not worried, right? This is one of those things I'm talking about. How you don't need to be worried. Okay? Alex, you can make this right now in your own way, Alex. You make these crazy, amazing oiled flatbreads right there. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on. Hold on, Squigglies. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, the cragginess. The beautiful cragginess. The leopard striping. Oh my God. It's too much. It's too much. It really is too much for one person to be allowed. Honestly. Oh, Alex, you can't put chocolate on them. That makes me sad. Makes me feel sad, Alex. All right, listen. I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning up this bloody mess. I hope that we have together learned something this evening. I hope that you feel a little less scared of buying a stainless steel pan til 400 kroner. Kanskje det er på tilbud nå 300 kroner på Europris. I hope you're not afraid of throwing away old non-stick pans, getting rid of them, and just don't worry about it. I hope you're feeling good about that. I hope you're feeling squealy. I hope you're feeling nice. What day is it today? Does anybody know what day it is? It's Sunday. I just looked at my phone. I was cheating. I looked at my phone. It's Sunday. What'd you say, Anchor Charger? The only thing taught you how to make s'mores and buy nonstick. So that's two things. That's two things. And that's more than zero things. You knew out of all the things you know now, that's two things more than you knew before you clicked into the stream. That's all I have to say. It's Sunday. I'll see you all again on Wednesday, and then we're going to play some video games. No more of this cooking stream shenanigan as of right now. Email Anako and have them send me a producer and a director so that we can make content in a different way. I'm going to do more cooking streams, but as of right now, I'm just going to eat. I mean, I cook so that I can eat, and that's what I'm going to do. And then Wednesday, we're going to play some video games. All right? Learning a whole hand. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll teach how to make one of these. All right, squigglies. Listen, everybody, thank you for hanging out with me this evening. All right? I'll see y'all next time. Until then, stay squiggly and stay nice. This is, in fact, Original Yank signing off. Adios. That's what I'm talking about.